Yes. So we are going to learn some sentences. Yeah. So now we are going to write excellent quality sentences. Excellent, outstanding sentences. Outstanding sentences. Yeah. I am writing from the other computer. I'm writing from the other computer. I'm working on two computers, you can see there. So the second computer, so I'll be typing some sentences from there also. Yeah. You're speaking to the son, daughter of the 60-year-old patient. For example, if I am speaking, how I'll write? Hello, doctor. Many people say, hello, doctor. That is wrong. No need to say hello, doctor. So it should be formal, not informal. Hello, hi. These are informal. So say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. These are formal styles. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day. These are formal styles. Use formal styles. Avoid saying hi, hello. So you can say good morning. Okay, that is number one. Or good afternoon. Or good evening. Or good night. Or good day. So like this. So you are going to write your own introduction parts. Now this is setting is suburban clinic. Suburban clinic. Please come on in. Please come on in. Have your seat. Have your seat. How may I help you? How may I help you? Come on, now you can say what are the sentences you can use here. As a nurse or as a doctor, write down the sentences which you are going to use. Generate your ideas. Generate your ideas. I'll give you some sentences. Yeah. Even though it is one student or two students, we don't mind. Yeah. Yeah. Write down what brings you here today. Very good. That's really very good. What brings you here today? Yeah, Ramandeep Gill. Write capital letter. What? W. What capital letter? What brings you here today? Yeah. So what are the other things? How may I help you? What brings you today? Can you please share your concerns with me? Can you please share your concerns with me? How is your father? How is your father Harry? How is your father Harry? So like that. Come on, write down your sentences, please. Come on, all of you. Write down your sentences, the best sentences. Think and write. Yeah, Raman, give your sentence, please. Yes, Sumant, write your sentence. Rajani, write your sentence. These are specially for the exam going students. Yeah. What exactly happened with your father? What exactly happened with your father? That's good. You come and write more sentences. Yes, it would be extremely pleased. Yeah. Can you highlight through the background of your father's condition? Good. Think about all the possible sentences. Could you please tell me what happened to your father? Question mark. See capital letter question mark. Would you mind explaining me your present feelings and concerns? Okay, you can note down these points. You can note down these points. These are very special sentences. Come on, all of you, write down your sentences. You appear to be extremely worried. May I know what is bothering you? Please feel free to explain me everything. Please feel free to explain me everything about your father's present health condition so that I may get the clear picture. The clear picture. Please feel free to explain me everything about your father's current health condition, so that I may have or may get the clear picture. In order to analyze the situation and give the necessary suggestions. Please feel free to explain me everything about your father's present health condition so that I may get the clear picture in order to analyze the situation and provide the necessary suggestions. Unless and until I personally see or examine unless and until I personally examine your father in person, unless and until I personally examine your father in person, I cannot provide you, and unless and until I personally examine your father in person and diagnose and unless and until I personally examine your father in person, dash, either your father comes here or I visit your father at your residence. Afterwards, we can increase the quality. Unless your father comes here to the clinic, or I visit your father at your residence, I am helpless and cannot take any action. I neither can take any action. I neither can take, neither means no. So cannot is not. I neither can take any action nor provide you the prescription you demand. Unless and until I personally examine your father in person, either your father comes here to the clinic or I visit your father at your residence, I am rendered helpless. I am rendered helpless. I am rendered helpless. I am rendered helpless according to my professional obligations. How will you not get A grade? According to my professional obligations. Okay. Yeah. Unless and until I personally examine your father in person, either your father comes here to the clinic or I visit your father at your residence, I am rendered helpless according to my professional obligations and neither can take any action nor provide you the prescription you demand. So you can break it into 2 or 3 sentences. Actually, there are 4 or 5 sentences in that one. Unless and until I personally examine your father in person, either your father comes here to the clinic or I visit your father at your residence, I am rendered helpless according to my professional obligations and neither can take any action nor provide you the prescription you demand. So this is the way how you are going to create quality sentence. This is one sentence. Actually, there are 6 to 7 sentences in that.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, in the latest sentence you wrote, unless and until I personally, and then again, do we have to write in person?
In person, personally, I personally examine and your father in person.
Okay,
not
sir.
Somebody else. You visit check your father, you examine your father, but I personally has to visit and I have to check your father in person. That means there I should see him. Okay, so here you I personally examine, you can eliminate that one, no problem. Unless and until I personally examine your father in person. Okay, in person, examine maybe on the phone or anything. That is the reason why I'm telling you. So in person means your father, in your father's presence, I'll examine him, not through your words or not online or not by phone call. Okay. You can eliminate one of them, no problem. So this you can put it in brackets. Edit. Okay. Right. So personally and person, they go together. So you can eliminate one, no problem. Let us keep the second one and remove the first one. Yeah, that you can take it. Yeah. So this is the way how you can write. Okay, fine. Unless and until I examine your father in person, or you can use that one and remove this one anyway. So write down some more sentences. As a doctor or as a nurse, okay, nurse can write according to nurse type. As a doctor, I have certain protocols. There are certain protocols. As a doctor, there are certain protocols that I have to follow. As a doctor, there are certain protocols that I have to follow. It is obligatory, it's an obligation, it's a compulsion that we cannot provide any prescription without examining the patient. So here you can say, I totally agree with your concerns. I absolutely agree with your concerns. I absolutely agree with your concerns. Yeah. So like that, write your sentences, all of you. What all sentences you can write here. Right. So another sentence, let us take express concern about Harry's well-being. Okay. Your father's health and well-being are fundamental priority. Your father's health and well-being or welfare are our fundamental priority. Okay. Having sound knowledge about your father's case, medical history, having sound knowledge about your father's medical history, I suggest you to either bring your father to the clinic if possible. I'm telling different varieties. Having sound knowledge about your father's medical history, okay, based on the sound knowledge that I have. Okay, according to the sound knowledge that I have, according to the knowledge that I have, according to your father's medical history. However, you can write like that. After considering, I'm changing every time. After considering your father's medical history and the present condition, I suggest you to either bring your father to the clinic if possible, or make a request. Make a request for a home visit. So that I can come and examine and provide the treatment as deemed necessary, as the situation demands. So think about all the possible options. After considering your father's medical history and the present condition, I suggest you to either bring your father to the clinic if possible, or make a request for a home visit so that I can come and examine and provide the treatment as the situation demands. So you can break it into 2 parts, 3 parts, however you want, you can do that. The next one. I do not have that. I am your father's. I'm your father's doctor, treating doctor. I'm your father's treating doctor. So I know each and everything about your father's condition. So there may be some side effects. There may be some problems. So based on that one. So however you want to write, you can write there. So explain your condition, standard of care. So medical standards do not approve. The medical standards do not approve providing a prescription without examining the patient. Examining your father. The medical standards and the hospital regulations. See, the medical standards and the hospital regulations do not approve providing a prescription without examining your father. See that sentence. The medical standards and the hospital regulations, sorry, spelling mistake, do not approve providing a prescription without examining your father. Only after considering, last sentence, only after considering all the pros and cons, I can, as per our work ethics and regulations, it is not acceptable to give a prescription without personally examining a patient. It is considered as medical liability. So I should examine him in our clinic or approach him at his residency. Very good, Dr. Ahmad, very good. Okay, only after considering all the pros and cons. Okay, yeah, like that one. This is one part. So you can make some sentences like this. Okay. So you can make some sentences like this. I have given you all the sentences. I'll put it on the YouTube. Okay. So write some sentences like this. Quality sentences. Don't just take things lightly. Okay. So there is a possibility of warfare. You see here, contraindication, the importance of patient assessment in management decision. Okay. So Harry's consent also is more desirable. Okay. So you have to convince him. I understand your concern. As a son, you are worried about your father's health condition. I understand your concern regarding your father's plight, P-L-I-G-H-T, plight, P-L-I-G-H-T, plight. And therefore, yes, as a son, you are worried about your father's woes, okay, W-O-E-S, or plight, or difficulties or problems, okay. But being a medical professional, I cannot So like that. I want you to understand, like your father's happiness and health is your fundamental concern. You're bothered about your father's health. I have my responsibilities also as a doctor, because, you know, as a professional, this is how you have to say. So, right. After some time, this is doctor's card. I have given you 3 or 4 sentences, and 1 or 2 doctors, they have given their sentences. You can see how you can write these sentences and use them. Fine. And then I'll take one nurse's card also after some time, and I'll send you the link. So try to create quality sentences. That is what I can tell you. So we'll meet shortly with the nurse's card and the news